I'd like you to think about that question for a few minutes as I make a case that higher education has three main components. How we choose to treat those components has enormous implications for the future of colleges and universities. First, there's the process. This is the day-to-day work of a university, the teaching, the research, the service. Next is the promise. This is the idea that education has long-term value, that the university will stand behind its degrees. Finally, we have the product. This is the tangible essence of a university, the degrees, the image, the physical presence, the amenities. Over the past half-century, those three elements, which used to support each other through a sort of shared contract, have shifted in unhealthy ways. State financing has declined and tuition has increased enormously, making a college degree not a process for improvement, but a product one buys. Universities, in turn, have worked to outdo one another in promotional material that shows smiling students strolling across leafy campuses, cheering at sporting events, working out at rec centers, and even occasionally going to class. College rankings and a desire to be declared a best value or an elite have fed this trend in amenities. Prestige has become a top priority, with universities defining prestige in terms of research volume, impact factors, SAT scores, and the percentage of students whose applications are rejected. The volume of faculty research and grants has swelled in importance, essentially becoming a singular element in promotion and tenure. Standardized tests in K-12 have helped students learn that test scores and grades matter above all else. Sports has ballooned into a semi-pro arm of the university, taking millions of dollars from students and overshadowing many components of education. With that as a backdrop, I bring up my initial question again. It's a question that one of the researchers at the recent climate study brought up at a forum when the report was released. The answer at the forum was clear: students. We're here for students. Now, the answer is more complicated than that, but we wouldn't exist if not for students. Unfortunately, the climate study contained two figures that cast doubt on our commitment to students. First, only 64% of tenured and tenure-track faculty say that KU values teaching. Only 45% of the same group say the university values service. That's in contrast to the 83 to 87% who say the university values research. So let me offer a few more statistics. 406%. That's the amount that tuition, fees, room, and board at four-year public universities have risen since 1984, and that's according to the National Center for Education Statistics. 20%, that's the percentage of freshmen we lose every year. And 40%, that's the percentage of undergraduates who fail to earn a degree after 6 years. We're charging higher and higher amounts of money for students to join a system that is failing many of them, and we know it is failing them. The reasons behind these failures are complicated, and the university has confronted them in many ways. One thing we have not done is factor in innovative teaching and meaningful service, two things that are vital to the success of our students, into the reward system. I'm not trying to argue against the value of research and creative work, not by any means. They are a crucial component of what we do and what we must do to stay sharp. Nor am I saying that KU doesn't value teaching. It does value teaching more than many research universities. What I hear over and over, though, is much the same as what I read in the climate survey. When it comes to promotion and tenure, teaching doesn't matter all that much. Learning doesn't matter all that much. Mentoring doesn't matter all that much. Service doesn't matter all that much. The university values volume of research, a product, that it sees as improving prestige, a product, that it can package and sell to students as a product. Thankfully, we have many faculty members who invest considerable time and energy in their students, in the process of education, despite the lack of rewards. A big component of my creative work involves documenting the efforts of faculty members who have embraced the challenges of educating students. They've been doing such things as transforming their courses beyond lecture and recall, using evidence-based practices to improve student learning, helping students apply that learning in meaningful assignments, demonstrating that such things as clear goals, group work, universal design, two-stage exams, and applied assignments break down barriers to success in race and gender, even as they improve learning for all students. These faculty members provide inspiration for the future of higher education, yet they receive scant reward for their work. Good teaching takes time. It is high-value intellectual work, not something we can do effectively in whatever time we have left after research. By recognizing and rewarding high-quality teaching and service, we can set ourselves apart as a university of the future. A university where undergraduates learn in the most effective ways possible, not the most convenient. A university where innovations in teaching and learning are the norm, not the exception. A university where departments cooperate in interdisciplinary learning, not compete against one another for head count. A university that demonstrates to potential students how their education is distinctive and will serve them over time. A university where the process of education really is the most important thing we do. So let me go back to my initial question. What is the point of higher education? Just as important, what kind of an education do we want to provide?